film with friends, missing VHS videotape repeating.
Welcome back, family and crew. Today we're looking at the Godfather collection, VHS 6-tape set. This is the widescreen edition. I picked this up from Half Price Books, I believe. 10 or 15 bucks, I forget. Actually no. I think it was only 5. It's only $5. I just took the sticker off not that long ago. So that's the original UPC there on the back. Now this is from 1997. It's essentially the 25th anniversary release, sort of. There's 2 different versions of these from that year. There was the widescreen edition in this kind of like greenish color, and then there was a regular pan and scan full frame edition in kind of like a bronzy goldish color. I just happened to buy this one because it's the one I stumbled across. If you ever find the other one, I'm going to buy it as well. There's also a couple different versions of these. There's actually like a big, more collector's box edition and like a different kind of packaging. There's a box set like this that includes like an additional tape, like a making of that was pre this, but it was before this edition. I'll probably try and track down every different little edition I'm going to try and find of series like this, the Star Wars trilogy, Godfather trilogies, all that. There's different box set collections. I'm gonna get as many of them as I can just for the fun of it. Now this was the original series set that I watched of The Godfather. When I first started getting into movies, my local video store at the time, Video Library, this is the editions that they had on the shelves when I went to go finally watch The Godfather. So these are the ones that obviously not these particular copies, but this version of the VHS is the ones that I originally watched. I probably rented them all on one weekend because these have these really good deals, like $6 or $6. 6 tapes, $6 for 6 days, something like that. And you only limited to 2 new releases, but these wouldn't have been new releases, so I could have got all 3 of these plus another one plus 2 new releases for $6. And knowing me, I would have had them back 2 days later. I haven't watched them all. But what was irksome was these contain bonus interviews. Includes new, never before seen interviews with director Francis Ford Coppola, Al Pacino, Talia Shire, Mario Puzo, etc., etc. So there's little featurettes, little interviews, but they put them at the beginning of the movie, if I recall correctly. I'm pretty sure they're at the beginning of the movie. I should have checked before I said that. But they contain spoilers. So when I got to some of it, I already knew because obviously you hear about these movies growing up your entire life. But so when I got to part 3, I knew pretty much what happened at the end already, and it kind of ruined it for me. But I guess that makes sense because if you put that stuff at the end of it, most people aren't going to watch it. But that's just what I remember about this box set. Maybe it was a different edition. I'm pretty sure it was this edition. I was just watching these and having these interviews at the beginning completely ruin, pivotal scenes in the movie. So The Godfather, originally 1972. Godfather 2, originally 1974. The Godfather Part 3, originally 1990. Now, I like all 3 of these movies. Obviously, like this says final director's cut with additional footage, even though 20 years later, 23 years later, he'd do another version. Actually, when was that? Yeah, 2020, he did a recut of The Godfather Part 3, so 23 years after this edition. Anyway, I like how this is the only one that says Francis Ford Coppola's. This one doesn't. I like all these movies. 3, yeah, it gets a hard time. It's pretty rough, but I still like it. What's his name? I think is awesome in it. Damn, what's his stupid name? Andy Garcia, who I really liked growing up watching him in Untouchables. He's always playing the badass. But yeah, I like these movies a lot. I used to have on Laserdisc, I had the Godfather Legacy version, which was when they took all these movies together, they recut them in chronological order. So it doesn't start in 50-ish or whatever when this one is, and then jump back and forth, back like this one does, goes back and forth in time. This one, the whole thing starts in the year like 1900 and works its way all the way up to present day. It's definitely an interesting way to watch it. Although Godfather 2 really works storytelling-wise with its going back and forth between the rise of Corleone to the current day Corleone family. I thought this was a great box set to get my hands on. It's definitely one that I've been watching on eBay One that I wish I would have collected way back when. I never actually owned any of these. I had the first DVD edition, and then I had the second remastered or restored Blu-ray edition, probably still somewhere. But I don't think I ever owned these on VHS. But they're definitely ones that I wish I would have. But so this is the green widescreen edition, as I said. There is like a gold version that's pan and scan, and another version pre this version that I'll probably try and track down. But I thought this was a good find, even though it's half price books and they overcharge for their stuff, or really they charge what they know it's worth. Godfather widescreen edition, in really great condition, by the way, from 1997. So let me know in your comments below your thoughts on Godfather Part 3 and the whole series. Which versions of the movie did you first see? And as always, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.